This is the MOBC, my own boxing community. Please like, share, subscribe.
So basically, what I gather is Usyk fanboys are afraid of Moses Itauma. Now, hear me out. A lot of boxing fans are saying, oh, Joseph Parker, he deserves a shot with Usyk. And yeah, I get it. A lot of fans want to see Usyk fight someone that has more boxing skills, better boxing skills than fighters like Daniel Dubois. Parker isn't the biggest puncher. He's a mover. He has good boxing skills. After losing to Joe Joyce, he came off a 6-fight winning streak, right? He beat a past prime Deontay Wilder. He beat a 40-year-old Zhilei Zhang, who, might I add, a lot of boxing fans felt that Zhang should have got the win out of that fight. And then he was supposed to fight Daniel Dubois, who blatantly ducked Parker because Parker was most likely, and I had Parker beating Dubois. They didn't want to miss out on the opportunity of fighting Usyk again. And if you go to my previous videos on the Daniel Dubois and Usyk video, I had Usyk beating Daniel Dubois. And so Parker fought a out-of-shape, overweight Bicoli who just got off the plane, found out that he had a fight 3 or 4 days prior to Daniel Dubois calling off the fight or whatever. And Parker wins by a knockout in the first round. So rightfully so, people want Parker to fight Usyk. And then a lot of people are saying that Ajit Kabayal should fight Usyk next. And now Usyk, again, they want a lot of Usyk fanboys. They don't mind that fight because Ajit Kabayal, well, he's not the fastest fighter. I remember when he fought Derek Chisora, that was a close fight, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Kabayal won that fight in a majority decision. And then Kabayal beats a overweight 40-something-year-old Zhilei Zhang. But again, this is a fight that I'm not too sure if real diehard boxing fans want to see Ajit Kabayal fight Usyk. I think Usyk's style, even at the age of 38, his style is just all bad for Ajit Kabayal. And Parker's style is the style that may give Usyk some problems, possibly because of his movement and boxing skills. And I do believe if Parker fights Usyk, I don't think the game plan is going to go in there weighing heavier. I think the game plan will go in there weighing lighter, because I think with Usyk, it's not about being heavy. You need to be lighter, right? In Parker's case, I think in the Anthony Joshua's situation, I believe in the rematch he did gain more weight, but it's just a style contrast, right? Usyk's style is just bad for AJ, and also Usyk, he had 2 tough fights with Fury. Now, obviously, we all knew that Usyk was going to beat Fury because Fury, again, is a fighter that's past his prime. It's not the same fighter he was, especially having those 3 wars with Wilder, and also having that one war when he got his eye busted by that other guy. I can't remember his name. So Usyk is out there, and he's the pound for pound heavyweight, best heavyweight of this era. Yet boxing fans feel like Moses Itauma shouldn't deserve to get a shot at him and isn't ready for Usyk. Well, I'm here to say, boxing fans, this is the MOBC. Now, boxing fans, we could say what we want to say, right? We could sit here and have our own opinion and say this fighter's not ready, that fighter's not ready. And that could be true come fight night. It could be true. But we have to see the fight in order for it to be true. And if a fighter feels like he's ready for the big leagues, and he is a prospect that the boxing fans and the boxing writers and YouTube video makers are watching and talking about, why not have this fight with Moses Itauma? Why can't the boxing fans ask for this fight? Why can't boxing fans push this fight for Usyk? Because it looks like a lot of boxing fans are saying, oh, well, Usyk is 38 years old and this guy is too young. Oh, he doesn't have enough fights. He didn't have enough fights. He only has 13 or 12 or 14, whatever, how many fights that Itauma have. But how come you guys feel like he's not ready? He just came off of a spectacular knockout against Dillian White, who a lot of boxing fans was out there, not me, I picked Itauma to win, but a lot of boxing fans was out there saying Dillian White is going to have experience. Dillian White has fought champions, has been in there with better competition, and it's true. He's fought AJ. He's fought Chisora, right? He had 2 fights with Povetkin, right? You know what I'm saying? He fought Joseph Parker. He beat Joseph Parker. Okay? He fought Fury. So White has a very good resume, right? Very good resume. And Itauma, granted, yes, I understand the circumstances. White may not be the same fighter. He's been in wars, but we still got to call a spade a spade. Itauma took him out in the first round. Itauma is faster than Parker. He's faster than Cabello. You guys see how Cabello fight. He has good body shots. He's a very good body puncher, but he's slow. He's slow. You know what Itauma does good? He doesn't waste any punches. And he has subtle little steps that he makes. And really, to give himself in the right position, little subtle moves to land that power shot. Now, fans are saying, well, he doesn't deserve a shot. He doesn't have enough professional fights. Where was the same energy when Madrimov fought Crawford? He had 10 pro fights. Where was this energy? You guys didn't have the same energy for Crawford, who is on the pound for pound list, who was an undisputed champion at 147 at the time, moving up in a weight class that he's never fought in for the very first time, fighting a champion. No one said that he wasn't ready. You guys wanted to see the fight. But now that we have and he was 36 years old, 35, 36 years old. But now when it comes to Usyk, you fanboys for Usyk, you guys don't want the fight. Why? Why? You guys were screaming and crying and hollering, oh, Floyd Mayweather Jr., he's not fighting any of the young guns. Floyd Mayweather is afraid of fighting of the young guns. Well, it looks to me, Usyk fanboys and fangirls, you guys are giving off that same energy, and it looks like Usyk is giving off that same energy too. Because I don't see him saying anything about fighting Itauma, and I don't see any of you boxing fanboys out there who was screaming and hollering that Floyd Mayweather needs to fight some of the young guns. that he ducked Keith Thurman, that he ducked Kell Brook, why can't we give the same energy for Usyk for ducking Itauma? I'm not talking about the business side. I'm not talking about these promoters and what they going on. I'm strictly talking about the sport of boxing. Right? Muhammad Ali, he fought a young gun past his prime. George Foreman, did he not? Huh? I mean, what's going on? Huh? Did we not see Roberto Duran fight a young gun in Davy Moore? Huh? But you guys don't want to give this same energy to Usyk. Huh? Because you guys are afraid that Father Time might catch up to him that night. You guys are afraid that he might get clipped in that fight. And this is not no bash on Usyk. I know Usyk is a great fighter. I know that he's the best heavyweight of this era. And I'm only talking about this era, the era that he fights in. But don't sit there and say, oh, Itauma is the future. Itauma is the future. When he can't fight the current champion. The current undisputed champion. Because guess what? He could still be the future if he fights Usyk and lose. He could still be the future if he fights Fury and lose. He could still be the future if he fights Parker and lose. It doesn't matter who he fights. He's a young guy. He can still be a future even if he loses. It's not about losing. Okay? It's not about losing. Okay? Marvin Hagler, before he became champion, had losses. Salvador Sanchez had losses before he became a world champion. So it's not about losing. Let's just say this. Why don't you guys, you fanboys, just say that you guys are afraid that Itauma might clip your boy, Usyk. Just say it. Say you're afraid. Let me ask you, all you boxing fans out there, would you like to see Usyk fight Itauma? Wouldn't that be a good fight? Yes, I would like to see Usyk fight Ajit Kabayel. I do. I would like to see him fight Parker. I do. And I would like to see him fight Itauma. Yes, I do. If he's still an active fighter, I want to see him fight these guys. Okay? All this fighting once a year crap, you fighting once a year not showing me that you the best in every single era. You fighting once a year talking about you was the best in all eras and all this. Any fighter could fight in any era. Let's stop that cliche, please. All right? But this man is fighting once a year. And he's recycling opponents. And then at the end of his fight, he says, maybe Derek Chisora next. Are you kidding me? Let's stop the fanboyism, because here at the MOBC, we're not doing that for Usyk and any other fighter out there. I do believe that after that sensational knockout against Dillian White, Itauma should get a shot at Usyk next if he's fighting. You fans out there are saying, Abdullah Mason, he needs to fight a champion. He needs to fight a champion. He's not really fighting anyone. He's not doing anything. He needs to fight a champion. But here he goes. Because you guys don't like the champions that's at 135. So you don't care about those guys fighting. But you love Usyk. So it's like, oh, no. We don't want to see Usyk fight Itauma. No. We want to see the guy who has less power. The more safer fight. Oh, he's 38 years old. But in the one breath, he's 38, he's too old. Then in the second breath, look what he's doing at 38. It's so amazing at what he's doing at 38. Boxers in the past wasn't this great at 38. Man, cut the nonsense, cut the BS, cut it out. Cut it out. You fanboys are sick. And here at the MOBC, we step on you fanboys. And we tell the truth. And the truth is that you Usyk fanboys are afraid for Usyk to lose to Itauma. Okay? This is the MOBC, my own boxing community. Let's make this fight happen. Itauma versus Usyk.